Welcome back to Double G Sports Replays. This is my 2020 Augusta Masters tournament replay. It's day 2. We are going to do 2 holes. We're going to do hole 14 and hole 13 with our second place golfers. Tony Finau is in the lead with a -5. We have Matthew Fitzpatrick at a -4. And we have Collin Morikawa at -4. And I think this time what we'll do is we'll play those two in back-to-back holes. So we're going to start out here with hole 14. Fitzpatrick has the honors. It's hole number 14. It's a par 4. About 10th hardest hole on the course. We do have a headwind to deal with. I know, and this one's a variable one. I know they always say roll it afterwards, but I like to roll it, get out of the way, and then I just won't account for it. I won't try to cheat myself. And a 45 with a headwind is going to put us at a -5 on our carries. So we're going to start with Fitzpatrick. We need to end up somewhere in here to avoid these trees, make sure we can hit around them and get in on our second shot. And so with him, I think what we're going to do, he's a 6 on his wood rating. That would put a 4-iron at about 185, put him in here, and he'd get 10 on the roll, plus we're hard. And so we're going to get 20 on the roll, put him up here. We can live with that shot, as long as we don't hopefully aren't too bad one way or the other. And I say we are going to lose 5 on the carry. So we're just going to aim right down the chute. Actually, he likes to go a little more to the left than the right. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe aim, let's aim 1 to the left on him with his 4-iron, just to give us a little wiggle room. We're going to aim right 5. And so we get a 51. That's a 5 on his wood, which is going to be 190 yards minus our 5 on the headwind is going to be 185. We're going to go left. We're here, left 5 on the roll. And we get a 10 on the roll, 5, 10. Plus we get another 20 because of the hard rating today. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to be at 215.0, and that is a fairway hit. 9th fairway of the day for Fitzpatrick. Now Thomas is a 3 on his wood rating. So and he's a 2 on his irons. And here again, we do not want to be more than about 220, 225 max on him. And so a 2-iron, I think we can get by with a 5-iron on him. So because his 5-iron should go about 200, we'll lose 5 on the carry. It's going to roll about 5, and then we have 20. That's going to put us right in that same zone. And here again, he tends to go a little to the right, but I am going to aim right 5 just to get me a little more centered with some wiggle room. And he tees off a 64 with an iron as a 2, which is his number, so he gets the benefit of hitting a perfect shot. So it's going to go 200 minus the 5 is 195. It says right 5, but we don't have to do that. We can stay on that center line due to him having that perfect shot. And we're going to get a roll of 5 plus another roll of 25, 10, 15, 20. And he's sitting just 5 yards further up. We're at 220.0. That's another fairway hit. 10 fairways for him. And we're 5 yards apart in the middle of the fairway. Let's see, Fitzpatrick is going to be up. Now, we're on the center line, so we can aim for whatever we want. This is pin 6 that we're going after, so he's going to go after that pin. We'll sneak him over here. And we're talking 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 85, 90, 95, 200, 25, 210, 215, 220, 225 to the cup. Fitzpatrick irons are 5. And so DC 190, 200. I think we're going to hit a 4-iron for him. So he's going to go back-to-back 4-irons on this hole. A 43 on his 6 on his 4-iron is going to be a 35. So he's going to hit that 185, 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 185. It's going to go right 5. It's going to roll 10. Oh, hey, we lost 5 on the carry. Take that off. It's going to roll 5, 10, plus another 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, and he just rolls her up on the green. 5, 10. So he's going to be from the hole 20, 35, 50 minus a 7. He's going to be 43 feet from the hole. And that's a green in regulation for Fitzpatrick, 10th of his day. Okay, so he's on the green. Now we got Thomas. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to aim for that hole. And it's 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 25, 210, 215, about 220. He's a 3. That's going to be way too far. About a 6. His irons are 2s. I think he might have to hit another 5-iron. He's going to go and hit another 5-iron, back-to-back 5-irons. Okay, so a 51 is a 2. That's right on. He hit that thing square. That's 200, 25, 50, 75, 1, 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, minus the 5 carry. We can go right 5 if we want, but he hit it on the screws, so we don't have to. And he gets a roll of 5, plus he's gonna get, with the hard rating, it's 20 on the fairway, it's 10 on the green. He started back here. I split the difference, call it 15, 5, 10, 15. And he's only 15 feet from the cup, minus a roll of 9. He's 6 feet away. And he's got a green in regulation, number 8 on the day for him. So both golfers are on the green. We've got Fitzpatrick the furthest away with a 43-footer. And we are just trying to get it close. Let's just go get a par. Pars are good. He rolls a 32, which is a 20. So a 43-footer, safe for 20. He puts her within 3 feet. Now let's go back to Thomas. He's 6 feet out. That's a birdie putt. Gotta go for it. And he rolls 2 1. That's a 3. That's in. He sunk her. 1 putt. Birdie hole. That puts him at 2 under on the day. Puts him at 1 under on the tournament. Fitzpatrick with his 3-footer. A 51 is a 23. And that's in. 2 putts for par. Pars are good. He's 0 for the day. Even par for the day. He's -4 for the tournament. Still in second place. 1 stroke behind Tony Finau. Next hole. We're going to go back to hole 13. We've got a par 5 dog leg left. We've got Tyrrell Hatton, who is 1 under on the day, 1 under on the tournament, and Collin Morikawa, 3 under on the day, 4 under on the tournament, 1 stroke behind the leader. This hole number 13, handicap of 6 hardest hole. And so we've got, it's a par 5. We don't have to get there in 1 or 2. We just need to get a good tee shot. We want to end up somewhere in here where we don't stay away from the water, stay away from this little bend in the trees if we can. Just end up here so we can get a good shot, in or out here, and work our way to the green on the 3rd shot. Play smart golf. All right, so it looks like Morikawa has honors. And so we need to hit this thing. We need to end up roughly about 2 to 210, probably about 200 yards out after all the roll. We have no wind on this hole to bother with. And so how do we end up 200? Morikawa's irons are 4. If he hits a 6 iron, that should be about a 175 with 5 roll plus 20. That'll put us 200. So we're going to go and hit a 6 iron for Morikawa. And he tends to be 50-50. We need to make sure that we're splitting our distance here. 1, 2, 3, 4 that direction versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a total of 14 squares. We need 7. We're going to aim right 3 and try to split that difference. Rough's better than water. So we're going to aim right 15 on our tee shot to begin with. And Morikawa tees off. A 14 is a 16. The 16 is going to be 170 right here. We're going to go left 15, 5, 10, 15. We get a roll of 5, plus we're going to get a roll of another 5, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. So there we are. We're sitting at 195, right on the center line. Fairway hit, only the 5th for Morikawa today, and he is a pretty good driver. But we're sitting right where we want to be, right in the middle of the fairway. Clear shot for the next shot. Now, we got Tyrrell Hatton. And he's pretty much got our same wood, same iron ratings as Morikawa. So we're going to pretty much rinse, repeat. We're going to do we're going to do a 6 iron for him. He's a 50-50, says Morikawa. So we're going to aim right 15. And we're going to see what we can get. Sorry for bumping the camera. He rolls a 65, which is a 5. That's going to go 170 yards. 1, 2, so right there. We're going to go left 5. 5 on the roll, plus another 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. And so we're going to be sitting at a should be 180, 85, 90, at 195. But we're going to be at right 10. In the fairway hit. Okay, next shot is, we got Hatton, he's the furthest one out. What I like to do is, since we got another dog leg, a little bit of a dog leg here, I've tried to draw this line back. Where would we be? And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So about it's a 3 to 1. So where does he? It looks like he's going to be on that inside. Let's figure 1, 2, 3 and down. 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 So he is definitely on the inside of that line. But to get him to where he's matched up on the center, 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, back. It's about where he would need to be. So this is the spot to go basically along this line. And so when I hit, I know I can base off of this, but we know we're aiming down this line now. And we know he was left of this, so he can't aim. We're just going to try to get this ball out here somewhere is what we're trying to do. And so, actually, you know what? That's not correct. We need to go back here. What we're going to do is we're going to go this way, and then we'll just hit it straight down this line. Try to work the ball back a little bit. I think is what we'll do. That'll be the safest way to play that. So we're basically going to be along this line here, and then hit it down here, and then we'll account for these going this direction. So let's start with, so we got Morikawa is the furthest one back. Excuse me, Hatton's the furthest one back. I had these two markers messed up. No, that's right, Hatton's the furthest one back. So how far can we hit this thing? 25, 50, 75, 25, 50, 75, 2, 25, 250. What can we hit? 260 or so. And with a wood rating of 5, we are probably going to hit a 5 wood. Now with a 5 wood, his worst case scenario is going left 35. And bringing this out along this line, you'd be talking, if you want to get in here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We've got some wiggle room. We can work this ball 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 or so. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to work this ball left 20. We'll go down that line and work her back. All right, so a 5 wood, 52, 23. That's going to go 215. So we said we're right along here, which is going to be 25, 50, 75, 1. That's 110. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200, 205, 210, 215. That ball is going left 30. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. And we said we wanted to work the ball left another 20. So did we do that? A 32 will be a 22. He's a B rating to the left, so that's going to be minus 20. It didn't go at all. We wanted to make him move 20. It was a minus 20. He stays right on that line. Now we get our roll. We have a roll of 15 in the fairway, 5, 10, 15. And we have another 20-yard roll because of the hardness. 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's where he ends up. He is at 440, right 10. And that's not a bad spot. We got now nice with pin placement 6 right here. A nice, easy approach over the water. Okay, now for Morikawa. He's sitting right there, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go and hit a 5 wood. And I think the same thing. If we hit it that distance, we're going to want to work the ball left 20 at a maximum if we hit it well. So Morikawa with his 5 wood hits a 15. 15 is a 4, which is going to go 230. 25, 50, 75, 1, 105, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2, 25, 210, 215, 220, 225, 230. We're going to roll right 10, 5, 10, but we wanted to work the ball left 20. We roll a 23, which is a 6. And a 6 says we're going to get +5, so we're going to go left 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And now we do our roll. So we used up 5 on our angle. We get another 10, 5, 10, jogger back. And the hardness rating gives us another 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So we are going to be 460, and we're going to be right 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. All right, so from this pin, I would say Hatton is the furthest away. So we're going to put him on that center line. Now, how far is the approach? We've got 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It is 60-yard approach to get to that pin. And he's pretty decent on approaches, but we do not want shots to be short. So I think what we're going to do is, the worst you can be is a 15 long or short. 5, 10, 15. Let's aim for right there. We're going to aim for 1 spot past. And so the approach shot for Hatton, he rolls a 23. That's a 5. That's +5, right 5. We were aiming here. He went an extra 5 and right. So he's right here. And that's going to put us 35 feet minus a roll of 4. He's 31 feet. And that's a green in regulation. Now we'll do Morikawa. We got to bring him over here a little bit. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15 there. So he's going to be 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50-yard approach. Here again, I do not want to go backwards. There'd be short in the water. So we're going to aim for 1 hole past. And a 65 on an approach of a 5 is a +5, right 5. So we are going to be here and here. Same thing. We are 35 feet minus a roll of 6. 35 and 6 is 29 feet from the cup. And that's a green in regulation. So, 2 guys on, par 5, birdie putts coming up. Tyrrell Hatton's up first with a 31-footer. We just need to get her close. Pars are good. A 46 is a 26. You got her within 3 feet. Now Morikawa with his 29-footer, same thing. We just want to get her close, play it safe. A 32 is a 20. Got her within 2 feet. Hatton's gonna go with his 3-footer for par. A 54 is a 31. And a 31 on a 3-footer is a B, which means bogey or higher. He missed it, it lipped out, and he had to tap in for bogey. 3 putts, That's a 6. So he goes from -1 on the day to even on the day. He goes from -1 on the tournament to even. Had that thing lip out on him. Morikawa, par putt 2-footer. 51 is a 23. And that's in. He makes his par putt. And so, par of 5. He stays 3 under on the day, 4 under on the tournament. And so our second place golfers stay in second place, 1 stroke back from the lead. That's the 2 holes I wanted to show. If you like what you see, please hit like or subscribe. If you have any comments, I'd appreciate seeing them on posted. And thank you once again for joining Double G Sports Replays.